As a human, mistakes are natural. But some mistakes can't be forgiven, and all you can do is accept the consequences. In this video, we will be seeing guilty teens' reactions to life sentences. Number 1. Brandon Spencer. The following video shows a teen named Brandon Spencer who is appearing in Los Angeles County Superior Court. He was accused for trying to kill 4 people. Spencer, a 19-year-old, went to a crowded party at the Los Angeles campus of the University of Southern California. All of a sudden, there was mayhem as bullets were fired. People fled in terror while others hid. Spencer reportedly tried to flee as well, but he was stopped in a parking lot a half-mile away where the LAPD took him up to be questioned. He was accused of 4 charges of attempted murder a few days later. Fortunately, no one lost their life despite the 4 injuries. Prosecutors stated throughout the trial that if you are so focused on killing someone that you're willing to shoot them and at the same time open fire into a crowd. The incident happened as a consequence of a dispute between Spencer and a member of another group. Throughout the trial, Spencer insisted he was innocent, but the jury wasn't convinced. Nearly 50 family members and friends were packed in the courtroom as the judge read the sentence. Sheriff deputies restrained Spencer as he banged his head on the defense table. According to reports, Brandon received a 40-year-to-life sentence on 4 charges of attempted murder. Number 2. Roxana Sikorsky. In this courtroom clip, we see a girl who is handcuffed, stands at 4 feet 8 inches and weighs 95 pounds. She is not yet ready to even look her mother in the eye. Why? You will probably be surprised to hear who all she planned to kill. Her whole family, including her mother. She was detained for conspiring with her partner to commit murder. Maybe that's why she could not look her mother in the eye. They intended to carry out the murder in their Plymouth Township residence in October 2014. But why would a girl of 15 have such an opinion? At this age, instead of considering her options for higher study, Roxana will spend time in prison for the next 10 to 20 years. Roxana can be seen quaking with fear as she sits amid a Wayne County courtroom on a Monday. Her adult boyfriend, who has also been punished, may have played this little girl. Roxana sneaked a fish fillet knife into her 12-year-old brother's room. As she was cutting her brother's throat, the poor boy screamed and alerted the whole household. She escaped the place as per her 23-year-old boyfriend's instructions but was later arrested. Lorraine and Jeff Sikorsky were good parents who never left their daughter's side. For her defense, they even engaged a lawyer. She was adopted along with 2 siblings from Poland. She suffered from depression and was deceived by Michael Rivera, her boyfriend. He even engaged in illicit sexual relationship with this teenage girl. Lauren told the court that she needed ongoing psychological assistance desperately. Even her mother pleaded with the judge to save her from being sent to an adult prison because it would destroy her mind. Yet the jury still imprisoned her. In this courtroom clip, Roxana can be seen addressing her parents, apologizing for not being the daughter they wish she would be.
Being the daughter they wished I would be.
And no matter what occurs, she swears to get better. She was all in tears and let us hope she will come back as a reformed person. Number 3. Jennifer Mee. Outside the Pinellas County Court Center, 19-year-old Jennifer Mee is visible in this clip of the courtroom. Suspected of first-degree murder, she was taken into custody. She was charged with planning a robbery with targets she met online. She is accused of recruiting Lamont Newton, who was at the time the couple's boyfriend, and another acquaintance, Lauren Ruffer, to help robbery victims. Mee got together with the 22-year-old man she had met online, and the 2 of them took him to an empty house where they shot and robbed him. Mee and her parents got $50 for the robbery and murder. Since they are all living together, they were arrested within hours of the crime. Mee acknowledged her involvement during a phone contact with her mother while she was in jail, and the conversation was eventually taped. Mee was found guilty of first-degree murder after the jury rendered a guilty judgment. She received a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Number 4. Lindsay Robert Rose. The tale of Lindsay Rose is really interesting. When he was 14 years old, out of revenge, he killed a businessman, his girlfriend, and an eyewitness. 2 years later, Rose broke into the West Ride residence of wealthy entrepreneur William Bill Graff with the intention of committing a crime. On the premises, Raynette Halford caught him off guard. Rose repeatedly stabbed Holford with a vegetable knife and a screwdriver. After that, he tied her up and ran away, leaving Holford with fatal wounds, of which she died. The dead-to-rights teen grinned and smiled as the victim's other witness testified. The judge requested to have the sentence settlement thrown out and gave the order to go to trial because she was tired of and agitated by this menace. After that, Lindsay was given a life sentence without the possibility of parole. The 17-year-old's rude behavior towards the court and the victim's family was a clear indication of his lack of remorse. Number 5. John Freeman. At just the age of 16, John R. Freeman Jr., who was an American teenager, was given a 22-year-to-life sentence for killing the 5-year-old child at her great-grandparents' Niagara Falls house. Isabella M. Tennant's father can be seen calling him a disgusting animal as Freeman was being sentenced. Murphy and Freeman were questioned by Niagara Falls police. As courteous as he possibly could be around the detectives, he was cool, calm, and collected. He gave chilling details of the barehanded murder of a helpless 5-year-old girl. Freeman allegedly admitted to the police that he choked Isabella to death because she wouldn't go to sleep. An additional defendant engaged in the crime as an accessory. Freeman allegedly threatened him, forcing him to wrap the girl up in a waste bag and drop her in a trash can. Freeman was born with a birth disorder called fetal alcohol spectrum disorder due to his mother's alcohol consumption during pregnancy. The medical examiner found that Freeman's illness affected his ability to make decisions, but not to the extent that a mental health defense could have succeeded. Number 6. Shondell Jackson. We can see a young convict named Shondell Jackson in this video. He is present for his sentencing for the murder of a college student in the Milwaukee County Courthouse. Jackson, 18, and a companion were allegedly looking for victims when they noticed Potter exit a bar. The victim, Nathan Potter, was a 21-year-old student at the University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. They pursued Potter and made money demands. Nevertheless, when Jackson discovered that Potter had no money, things changed. When Jackson shot him, he died on the spot. Officials said that Jackson fled to Mississippi the day after Potter's murder. Jackson's uncle reportedly tipped off the police on his whereabouts, where he was arrested. In the video, we can see that while he was on trial, Jackson made gestures towards the victim's family and when he was escorted out of the courtroom. You can see him smiling at the family just before the sentencing. Jackson's mother told the court she first heard about the killing on TV. When I saw it on the news, I even cried. I'm like, oh my god. I can't imagine what that mother is going through. I never had a clue that my child had anything to do with it. My son is not a monster. Jackson has now expressed regret for his actions. Jackson lost his cool as the judge sentenced him to life in jail without the chance of parole. You can hear a Jackson family member yelling at the victim's family while the cops restrain Jackson. Jackson is serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole, but his friend who admitted to serving as the lookout received a 12-year prison term. Number 7. TJ Lane. The teenager can be seen cursing and giving the victim's relatives the middle finger in the following video. That was TJ Lane, the teenager in front of a judge for sentencing for the school shooting in Ohio in 2012. Wearing a homemade t-shirt with the word killer written in black marker, Lane appeared at his sentencing where he was given a life sentence. TJ shot 3 pupils dead and injured 3 more when he was 17. He was tried as an adult even though he was a minor at the time of the assault and received 3 life sentences without the possibility of release. There is, however, more to the tale. Many years after the assault, TJ managed to break out of jail. He and 2 other prisoners broke out of Ohio's Allen Correctional Prison only 8 days before his birthday. He was able to escape using a makeshift ladder. They used it to scale down a fence during recreation hours. Police conducted a nationwide search and told nearby residents to lock their doors. Ultimately, both men were apprehended and TJ was put into a small cell for 23 hours daily. He was waiting for his transfer to a maximum security prison. With that, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, then make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. For more videos like this, click on the links you see on the screen. We will be back again with more interesting videos. Until then, goodbye!